Hello friends, I'm back and today we are going to make advanced app in MIT App Inventor. So there are going to be four apps and the first one is Open Chat Room which we're going to create today. So this is a chat room in which you can chat with your friends. So there are a few things we need to learn to make a messaging platform before moving on. So let's open the MIT App Inventor. Let's click on the Create Apps button and log into our account. And after logging in, let's start a new project and name this project as Open Chat Room. You can keep chat room together. Open chat room and let's open this project. It is open. And now let us learn about a component named database. So, database is a set of data that can be easily accessed, stored, and updated. So, like when you're chatting, the chat can be accessed. So, in WhatsApp, when you scroll up, you can see what has happened before. So, you can access the chat. You can even store it. So, like in WhatsApp, you can store the chat. It doesn't get like after 7 days or after 7 hours, the chat is deleted. You can store it and it can be updated. So when someone messages, the chat is again updated with that new message. So it won't be like till 7 days there is no message while other people have messaged a lot. So a library can be used as an example of a database where you're going to have lots of books stored in a location that you can read, borrow, and preserve. Similarly, we also require a database to store our messages accordingly for messaging platforms. Now, let's learn about the component CloudDB. So, CloudDB is the acronym meaning the short form of Cloud Database, and it is one of the major components in the MIT App Inventor to store the data of any type. So, next, we have learned about the two components which we are gonna use it over here. So now, always in screen 1, the app name should what we have been renamed. So app name should be this. Now, if you want to rename the screen, how can you rename it? You can just click it, the button over here. But it's not working. Why is it not working? I get it. It should work. Why is it not working? Yes, you have to keep the title over here. So let's just copy this and test whether it's good. I mean, like, control copy, paste. Why is it not happening? Okay, leave that. We don't need that now. Next, we have to drag a label. So here we have a label. Let's put in some text. So we have to put the text, enter your name to join the chat. Enter your name to join the chat. Now background color should be none as there should be nothing behind. Height and width should be automatic as usual. Done. Next, from the layout, we are going to drag a horizontal arrangement which will arrange things horizontally. So it will be automatically named as horizontal arrangement 1. So horizontal arrangement, what is it? It is a formatting element for placing components that are to be displayed from left to right. So we have to change the properties. Width should be full parent and height should be automatic as usual. Now, to make this more better, you can align it in center so the text will come in center either. Now you can bold the text so it looks more better and it's bold so you can see it clearly. Next, you have to drag and drop a text box. So where do you get that? You get it here. Text box from the user interface. into the horizontal arrangement. So now we are going to put the background as none, but it is default, so we're going to put it as none, and that's it. So now similarly we have to drag and drop a button into this component from the user interface, and we'll set the text property to submit. It's done. Now we can align this in center. Um, Now this is also in center. Okay. Now you have to enter your text box over here. You have to enter your name and submit. Now the next step is to drag a list view. So where you can view the list, and we can keep the background color as this, and text color as black, text color detail also as black. Now text size will be 22 as usual. So now um, we have to place it below this, and the final front end is this. So this is the whole front end. Now we're not going to change anything in this, and we'll simply go and put the CloudDB. So this is a non-visible component. It will go below. Now let's go to the block section, and we click on variables and create three variables. So now let's see what they are. First, let's take out three variable creating blocks. Now let's rename them. So the first one is gonna be username. The second one is gonna be joined, and the third one is gonna be chat list. Now let's put what they will be. So username will be empty because we don't know the username now. What is his name? Joined will be false because you have not joined it. After you have joined, it will be true. So this is false as usual now. And the chat list will be create empty list. Yes, create empty list. Now let's see what happens if we keep this in there. Okay, create empty list. Now after clicking the submit button over here, the user either enters the name to access the chat or types a message into the chat box. So first they'll be entering the name and click submit, then they'll be typing the message and again they'll click submit. So now we have to check whether they have kept their name or not. If they have not put it, then again they'll have to put their name. So for that, when submit button is clicked, but we have not renamed it, so we can do this. When button 1 is clicked, if then else, we need this, and if not, get a global joint. So if global joint is not, meaning if global joint is false, false into false is equal to true. So if global joint is equal to true, then again we have to keep this block, and please don't get confused here. It is all different. It's gonna be totally different. So now let's do this big block of code, and this will take a lot of time. Let's just start it. If now I'll explain you the logic later. First, let's write the code quickly. Let's just write it quietly. this will be true over here. This was the confusing part. Now, when the app first starts, you need to check if there are any chat messages already sent by other users and you need to display them. So we'll be adding a screen initialize block when screen one dot initialize to call CloudDB1 dot get value tag value is not there, tag will be chat is not there, then create empty list. So now let's go ahead. So when CloudDB dot one gets value, I'll tell you what to do next. Just a second. Let's keep this over here so that we can code in small space. I'm using small space, saves a lot of time. Okay, CloudDB one. Okay, then if then, let's pull this out. We need you. Hey, come here. Just a bit of fun is equal to get tag get tag is equal to chat and set global chat list. Okay, we don't have it here. We'll just pull this out and set global chat list to remove this. We don't need get value get value. Now set list to view one elements. You see elements here, elements, where are elements? Is there element? Yes, here it is. Set list view one dot elements the global chat list. Get global chat list. Let's pull this from here. Get global chat list. So this will keep on updating it, while this will also keep on updating it. Now let's test the app. So here I'll be generating my this time I'll tell you how to install it. So let's test it. I've created this Now, we should not use the MIT app Inventor. We have to use the scanner app because this time we have not created a online QR code. I mean, like we are going to install this app. Before, what we used to do, we used to install the MIT AI2 companion, and in that we used to scan a QR code, which we could test it over there only, and then we could close it. So that was easy. But this time we have to use this chat room every time. So you can't do this, right? Like WhatsApp, after you send one message, then you delete it, then again you install it, send a message, and then again you delete it. So it's not like that. You have to keep it installed. So like that only this will be installed on your phone. So normally what we used to do, we used to click on the connect button in the MIT AI to campaign in the MIT App Inventor where we are coding. We used to click on the connect button, and then we used to click on AI to companion. But this time we have to click on the build button and select the first option because we are installing it. We are not testing it on the MIT AI to companion. We are installing it. So there's a difference in both of them. And the QR code which I have scanned now, that is only valid for 2 hours. You will get the note below. And if you want to see the frequently asked questions short from FAQ for info on how to share your apps with others, you can click on the link where the QR code has been generated. Now let's do the testing. Don't send. Hello. Now, oh, see, I chatted a lot before, so it's coming like that. Now let's see. How are you? Oh, sorry, I typed my name as how are you. Now let's check what is gonna happen. In the down parts, it's coming like that, and I'm very sad about it because my name is how are you. It's coming like that. Let's close this app. I'll open it again. I don't like this a lot. Let's add my name as Fabulous. Well, I guess I need to replace my phone. Now let's type in the message. I am fine. What about you? Submit. Now let's check. It is coming. I am fine. What about you? So you can test this on many devices. So like you can install the app on many devices, and then you can, like, if you message from one device, the message will show up on another device. So if you want to build an inbuilt, like, your personal family chatting app, like this is only used for your family. So wherever you are or whatever you work you have, you can use this app that you have created it on your own, and you can use it for your purposes, your work, for family work. So that's the thing. Now you can even use it for school purposes. If you want any teacher, like, you can tell them that I created this app on my own, and I made this, and this is like very fun. Whatever you message, it will show up, and it's very simple. It's not so complicated. You just have to enter your name every time. That's a bit difficult. So like you have to again and again your name. Like you can add science teacher, and then you can send messages. Or you can add maths teacher, and then you can send messages. So you have to add your name again and again. Like that, you can create your own imagination. It's not only restricted to my teaching. You can do anything you want. The basic is you should know what each thing means. So what CloudDB means, what variables mean, what does everything means. You need to know that so that you can code efficiently. That's it from my side for today, and bye bye. So we have three more projects in the advanced course left. That is language translator. So in the next video, we'll be making a language translator, which will be translating the language to French or Russian or any language you want. Like, I'll give you a link in which you'll be having language codes. In coding, what happens is, for languages, you can't write whole French French. You have to write a code of it. So like there is a code word for each language.